What up? What up? What up? Happy September 30th. That's my weak ass Martin Lawrence introduction. Avoid my tonsils, man. I got them tonsils. I never got them taken away. It's mine. I was born with them, keeping them. With that being said, y'all ever heard of Persephone? With all these governors coming out looking like these high priestesses, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on what a high priestess just is. And it sounds a little enticing, and you can see the allure. And let's get into that. Let's talk about the taking a bite of the forbidden fruit. All right, let's do it. Salute. With that being said, salute. Oops, sorry, hit my mic. And while we wait, we hydrate. Download that Salty Cracker dude. That guy, I'm copying his skis. That's his whole stilo, but he's funny. He does the Cajun cooking. Love that guy. I just watch his videos all the time. Very entertaining. And so it's his saying. That's not my saying. All right. Anyway, we're going to get into that later. But right now, I want to get into something that I saw today because I've been talking about the last couple days. Oh, wait, actually, I have a song for y'all real quick. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe I can traffic humans. Sexual, it don't matter. Space Jam is dead. LeBron's hair's falling out his head. I think about it every night and day. They just put R. Kelly away. I believe I can traffic human beings when I want to. They said Q was crazy, but maybe they just hazy. All of a sudden Durham's awake. All the mistakes have been locked down. Trump all of a sudden's coming back like a phoenix from the underground. I believe. Anyway, I just came up with that. R. Kelly's ass got locked up. Yeah, human trafficking. That's why all this stuff is because the human trafficking is coming out. They put R. Kelly, one of the biggest R&B stars in the world. They try to beat y'all up. For years now, they try to beat y'all up, man. They beat you up so much, and now you're like, oh, Kelly, man, he pisses on girls. Like, no, R. Kelly is a racketeer involved in a secret society almost that was human trafficking, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. And now Durham, the Durham report, oh, Durham, Q, it's all, Sussman's he's indicted, and there's been subpoena. It's going down. And with that being said, I'm so glad I'm making these videos because sometimes I need a break from y'all because it's just the same information, loop-de-loop. But with that being said, I'll give you a breath of fresh air, and you'll appreciate this in the next coming months because this stuff is getting cracked wide open. And with that being said, they put Joe Biden. I just saw it today. I was watching the Hodge twins on Rumble. I'm on Rumble all the time. So I'm watching the Hodge twins on Rumble, and they're talking about Stephen Colbert, who was like the most unfunniest man in late night. You know, he's like second to Kimmel, because Kimmel is the most unfunniest man ever. And then there's Colbert. So there's 1 and 2. They're fighting for it, though. They're fighting for the most unfunniest man in late night. But with that being said, Biden took his little juicy juice, his little juice cup, his little pudding snack right here, the little poke, on a fake set. And I was looking at it, too. I was like, man, this does not look... What is going on? What is going on? He was on a fake set. They released the video. I'm telling you guys, if Trumpy Bear comes out and it turns out he's a shadow president, I ain't even mad at you, Trump. These people need to be woke up, man. Oh my God. Dude, I was asleep for while he was president. I mean, I was asleep, but just not paying attention. Man, they beat this poor man up. They spied on his campaign. Russell Brand came out the other day to talk about it. He was talking about he's finally accepting it. Like liberals are like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe they spied on his campaign. It's been a big lie and everything. And then they're coming out like Liz Cheney. It's a big lie. It's a big lie. I'm like, dude, you are the people lying. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but wow. And this is what I told you. And I said it yesterday. Russell Brand had that little crow on his shirt. They go about to eating crow. Eating crow means you got to admit that you were wrong. You got to, and that's what's happening. You were fooled, you were bamboozled, and that's what we're going through right now. The wake up. This is the great awakening. People have to wake up and accept, whoa, wow. Yeah, because you guys would just go to these mainstream medias, and they've been lying to you. And now you have to wake up and accept it, you know? And it's just hard for a lot of people because they just went all in. It was like being I've been a San Diego Charger fan, and then they moved to Los Angeles, and you're still a San Diego Charger fan, but it's like, yo, homie, they just left the whole state, and you still rooting for them? They're like, this is our year. It's going to happen. Or being a Detroit Lion fan. Good luck with that. Watch Stafford win in Los Angeles. He probably will win, too. Sorry. Anyway, with that being said, this mainstream media and these late night actors and this SNL and all these people did this to y'all. They brainwashed the hell out of you. See, for the last 10 years, I didn't watch none of this. I don't know nothing about that. I would go to work and I'd entertain my guests. My work was my life and my job. I'd go there and hang out with guests. I'd say, this is a sports. And then I saw them creep into sports. I saw them come in and they turned sports analysts into just debate. And I couldn't even watch that at some point. Now I've just totally boycotted all professional sports until you guys wake up. Because y'all need to wake up too. All right? Because y'all messed up society. For real. And you can see it now. It's not entertaining watching these sports. It's not. And you can see how many people would be like, I don't watch professional sports. All I watch is college. Well, they've interfered with that too. You know what I mean? So y'all really took a bite of the apple. And you took a bite of the pomegranate. Whatever you want to talk about it. We're going to get to that in a minute too. That's right. Probably going to mispronounce her name. I can already feel it. I said her name at the beginning. I think it's in the title. I already messed it up. With that being said, we about to take it back. I could just see it. It's the people are waking up and we're about to take it back. The thing is that most of us had jobs, lives, and families or whatever we're doing. Like the majority of us, right? And you remember when you're driving by like the Starbucks at late night and you saw little nerds with their like man buns and their little IPAs and the crappy IPAs suck, by the way. And then they had all their coffees and they're drinking coffees and they're on their laptops and stuff. That's what they were doing. They were programming the minds, okay? For the last like 10 years, they were like, all the gamers and everybody, they were programming. But now we're starting to wake up. Like I got drafted. I got pulled out. I had a cool little bubble, and they pulled me out my bubble. I was like, oh, I had to wake up and be like, what the hell's going on? So I got online and started seeing it, and I started to beat the hell up out of trolls. I was smacking trolls all over the place for the last 2 years. I've been smacking trolls upside their head. They can't even deal with me. They see me coming, they just go away. They be like, man, I got deleted for misspelling a word one time. I was like, that's all you got? You suck. One trick ponies. Everybody's racist. That's racist. You're racist. Everybody's racist. Everything is racist. This is systematic. I was like, whoa. I saw the program. Everything is systemically racist. Everything is racist. Oh my God, you like Cheerios? Oh my God, that's racist. That's so white. I like Cocoa Pebbles. Oh, you like Cocoa Pebbles? That's everything is racist. Okay. All of a sudden, I'm a Mexican dude. I got a kid that's Korean black. I just saw it, and that's when I got drafted, homie. I said, all right, let's touch on it. Let me touch on the spiritual thing. Because then I saw the churches, they got shut down. They've already been infiltrated. I'm not really religious, but I got turned away by the church. Doesn't mean I don't still listen to my little story about Jesus. Been baptized, Messianic Jew with the Tree of Life. Doesn't mean I don't believe in that stuff. Jesus was the reason that I started to do card readings. Not started, but look into the mystic realm and research this stuff. Because I was like, yeah, I dated some witches, whatever. We'll get into that. All right. But with that being said, let's get into like I said, the media, Hollywood, and everything. All right. And the karmic justice is coming back, and how we're gonna get it, how the karmic justice, I can see it coming now, is we're gonna use you guys, the media, Hollywood. I'm talking specifically to you. We're gonna use you as our springboard, as our catapult to take this thing back. All right. And I want to talk specifically about Madonna because I've just seen photos of her. I guess the VMAs went off. I just keep seeing clips, and I saw her, and it was so ironic. It was so ironic. And this is why I want to talk about High Priestess, because I do read cards. And last night I was talking about High Priestess, and this is the High Priestess card, right? It's actually number 2 in the deck, the High Priestess. And it sounds pretty alluring. It sounds pretty cool, and I can see why people will go this route. And looking at her little hand right here, she's got a pomegranate, okay? So you guys are all, if you're religious, you're in Christianity, whatever, you're talking about eating apple. Well, let's get into eating the forbidden fruit. Why apple, and why they have my babe from Transformers. I can't even think of her name right now. I just start thinking about her, and her glossy little beautiful face starts messing me up. The hot one from Transformers. I can't think of her name right now because I'm going somewhere else. But anyway, they got homegirl eating an apple with her and another girl. They got all these things with her and I can remember his name, Machine Gun Kelly, all this crap. And all these ceremonies we're starting to see. And we're starting to see it. But I'm going to show you how, when I talk about signs and symbols, how I could just see it, because it's just the same thing overdone and done. I said the other day, ain't nothing new under the sun. And I can see their signs and symbols and see where they're going. And this is before Christianity. This goes into Greek mythology, which they're going to eventually say Christianity mythology, and everything's mythology. But it's the same battle. It's the same struggle. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Ain't that right, Mikey? That's right. You know that right. So anyway, they got the VMAs, which have just become ritualistic magic ceremonies to promote themselves, and they're bringing out old stank Madonna. Okay, Madonna, her face was looking all puffed up, looking like she got Botox from who knows where. She ain't got the good Botox no more. She got the Botox from like the back alleys in the Philippines and stuff. You know what I mean? She got old Tom Hanks over in Greece, sending her the whack ass Botox. Before it used to be the Adrena, but now it's just, here, put this in your face. She got like plastic from she got old China plastic in her face. Anyways, so the thing at the VMAs, I saw the highlight was putting Madonna, because Madonna is a high priestess. All right. For sure, dude, for sure. And that's why she's Madonna. She's just mocking current day religion. It doesn't matter what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and read my book right here. I want to read a part of when it gives me the meaning of what a high priestess is. All right. But I need to, while we wait, we hydrate. Put that on a cracker, dude. But like I said, salty cracker, dude. All credit. I love watching your shows. Oh man, I want to eat some of your food one day. With that Holy Trinity and that 2-step with them onions. Damn, that shit looks good. All right. So anyway, let's talk about a high priestess, because I want to send a dagger right into the damn cabal, boy. That's right. All right. High priestess. It's got all this cool stuff because basically, let's get into what I was talking about. Persephone. All right. Persephone. I'm probably mispronouncing her name, but Persephone is pretty close. All right. Persephone was in Greek times was the daughter of Zeus. She was a goddess. What was she the goddess of? The harvest and the springtime. All right. And it said that she got abducted by Hades, who is the lord of the underworld. She got abducted by Hades while she was picking flowers or doing whatever. She was in a garden. Get it? So she's in the garden. She gets abducted by Hades, but she's the daughter of Zeus. She could call Zeus. She could escape. She could do whatever. What does she do? She marries him. She basically bit the apple and said it's fine. So she became the wife of Zeus, had a couple babies with him, and started a family. All right. And this is where this all starts from. Yes, Persephone. That's her name. I pronounced it right. Persephone. And that's where eventually this is Greek mythology. Eventually, what do we get from the Bible? You get the Adam and Eve and everything. I'm not trying to get religious. I'm just saying this is just where it starts. Okay. And some people look at this, and a high priestess, this is what they put for it. Okay. The owl, because this card has an owl on it. And this is their signs and symbols. You know any prominent rappers or anybody that are all into owls? And there's nothing wrong with owls, but do you know any people that use owls as symbology? And this is why I was able to see any major corporations using apples or a fruit, a bite of the fruit. Yeah. Turn. Anyways, the owl is the keeper of knowledge and bears a key to unlock mysteries. Of course, if you're the wife of the king of the underground, you are going to get knowledge and information. It's going to be amazing. This is what the allure of becoming a high priestess is. Knowledge, other things, other realms, other things will come to you, right? If you take just got to take a bite of that pomegranate. In this case, it's not an apple in this case. It's a pomegranate in her hand. See, it's right there. So it says, the owl is a keeper of knowledge and bears a key to unlock the mysteries. All right. It's almost like a snake. Hey, snake, owl, whatever. The pomegranate is the icon of Persephone, who tasted the seeds and thus tied herself to Hades. This is Greek mythology. This is before you're Catholic, before you're Christian. Okay, you understand that? It's the same battle, the same forces that are working today, that are working back then, that are working back then. All right? Listening? And it said, it is a fruit of fertility and death, because she was the daughter of Zeus, who was the queen or the goddess of the harvest. So it's with life is death. So the yin and the yang, okay? And you see where I got my yin and the yang? The light and the dark, the Baphomet. And you're starting to see the symbology with the light and the dark, the this, the that. There's a lot of symbology with fruit, harvesting, and goats and all kinds of stuff. You got to be smart. You just can't be like, oh, they told me a goat is satanic and da-da-da-da-da. Well, a goat is kind of like a sheep waking up and growing its horns, or a deer growing its horns. Same thing. You don't get the signs and symbols, and it's very important. So, okay, where am I at here? Okay, the moon, the moons embroidered upon her garments wax and wane. The new crescent and gibbous moons that create full cycles embraced in one. I don't know. That's getting a little too weird, but basically, oh yeah, she controls the moon, which the moon and the sun control everything. Oh, the moon, you get the half moon and the sun signs and stuff like that. It's just more symbology, okay? The she waxes and wanes like the moon and the sun, and controls, because she is the goddess of the harvest, which she understands death with life, and why she could be with Hades, because she understands death and life. But with that being said, these high priestesses understand that. And I was talking about last night the governor of the New York. All right, and you could just tell that woman is pure evil. All right. This has been around for a while. This is the same attack. You're talking about biting from the forbidden fruit. And you can see it right here, from Greek mythology to Christianity to current day, wherever we're at. All right. You see it in what they're doing with the current stars, with the ceremonies that they're doing, the ritual magic that they're doing, and they're bringing back the same vibe, because it's the same attack, okay? It's not going to go away. That's why I told you these signs and symbols will be their undoing, and I will smack them on them like tattoos. The triangles, the pyramids, the this, the that, the biting of the forbidden fruit. Back with her, it was a pomegranate. Then with Adam and Eve, it was an apple. But it's the same thing. It's the battle between good and evil, the light and the dark. Okay, the light and the dark. And you're starting to see it now. You're starting to wake up. And people need to wake up, because, like I said, ain't nothing new under the sun. It's the same thing. and they're using these actors as puppets, and they'll promise them all the money in the world. All they got to do is bite the apple. Just bite the apple, do what we say, we control you. And now look at Little Nas X. Homie is a puppet, but he bit the apple. And you could see now that R. Kelly bit the apple. Who else has bit the apple? And that's where we're at right now. Who else bit the pomegranate? All right. And that's where we're at right now. I just showed you what a high priestess is. And with that, let's read this too. At the beginning of the card, there's more things. With becoming a high priestess, is why I told you this is a bit alluring. Because it says, guess what's come when you are a high priestess? And this is why some people get sucked into it or whatever. Wisdom, knowledge, learning, intuition, purity, virtue. The high priestess lifts her arms out, and in that gesture, her very body becomes a living symbol of chalice. So there's virtue. They sell it as virtue. But with that being said, you have to bite the pomegranate, and there you go. It also talks about how the owl, she sends communications through the owl with the old wisdom, which is just the battle of good and evil, and that's just the way it's going to be. So you got to see there's virtue in it. And I was watching this is very important. I was watching a clip. I don't know if it's from the VMAs, but it was of Madonna. And she was, before she was going into it, right? And she had a little crown. And this is where the karmic, like I said, we're going to use the karmic energy of Hollywood, the old Hollywood, to springboard the new, because she was trying to come out there with her puffed up cheeks, looking all jacked up, all old and wrinkly. She'd have just stayed her ass at home and chilled in her mansion and took a jacuzzi, got a massage. But she had to come out there, and she came out there, she was holding her crown. And all I could think is because her crown cracked. And I could just see the karma. She's just trying to hold her face, looking like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Got a crown on her head. She's trying to hold it. And I was just thinking about Beyonce. I was just thinking about all these stars. And I remember Beyonce was out there. She was pregnant. She was on one of these awards ceremonies with her pregnant belly, with all this church stuff, all these symbols behind her. And I'm like, why are they doing this? Because they know it's over. So that's why they're throwing the kitchen sink at us. They know it's over. It's done. It's crumbling. You guys are done. But they're going to throw everything they can at us right now. And that's why they got the food supply right now. They can easily bring it in on California. I just saw today from Will Johnson. He did a quick live talking about how they're withholding the food. They're going to try everything they can, and they're throwing it at us right now. But it doesn't matter what they do, because it's going to come undone. And we're at that point. So get ready for it. Knuckle up or buckle up. Things are going to get strange. But everything's going to change. Everything needed to be exposed. So now I've just exposed high priestesses and how the allure that they find, and how you've seen biting the forbidden fruit has been in other, if you want to say, ancient mythologies, ancient religions. It's been around. It's the same attack. And that's why with these signs and symbols, I was able to point them out, see them clearly. And then why card reading is so important, because you see how intertwined it is with that. And you see why they demonized it, because they don't want me talking like that. They want you in the church where they can control you. And you can see, even when, like I said, I was talking about Elvis Levy in these books right here about the ritual magic. If you read the one with the secret doctrines and tarot, he talks about how he almost became a priest, but he had to stop. First, he fell in love with a little girlie, but not only that, he just saw the programming, and he's like, I can't go along with it, because he witnessed other things. He actually tried to do some spells or whatever, and then he saw a spirit, and he was like, that's all I need to see. He stopped that, and he just started to go, this is real. I've been in situations where I could tell you right now, it's real. I'm not going to come out here and talk all crazy, but yeah, I've seen it. It's real. So, but with that being said, ain't nothing new under the sun. So we're firing back. How you like that? All right, peace out. Happy October 1st tomorrow. Hopefully you're having a good time.